Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel here at Nexus Green, and today I've got a very special guest, the Baroness, my chairman of Nexus Green. Hello, Baroness.
Hi, Ricky, how are you?
Good, and also my mum.
Yes, of course.
We're going to talk about governance in this video, but first of all I thought we could go for a walk around, see what's going on at the headquarters and ask you a few questions. So BV, you know, governance is a massive topic at Nexus Green, and you have been the real pillar of our governance here at Nexus Green. In terms of the word governance, what does it mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot of things. First of all, it means strategy, accountability, transparency,
All right.
people management, risk assessments.
Okay.
You know, how do we make sure that our people working for us,
Yeah.
their well-being is looked after?
Okay.
Are we providing a safe and happy workspace?
Well, why don't we ask some of these employees of ours? Roy, how are you? I'm with the Baroness. Have you seen the Baroness since she's been here?
No. Welcome. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Roy. It's great to see all the work you are doing out in the field.
Very much.
I think it actually makes sense to have a chat with Roy because he obviously does the ESIAs, the health and safety, and we're talking about governance, how the employees are looked after. And you being an employee of Nexus Green, how do you feel at Nexus Green? How do you feel? Do you feel like you've been looked after?
Yeah, I have everything I need to work, and also I have time with my family, so that's important.
And the lunches are good here.
Amazing.
So Roy, how's it in the field?
I think the field teams are giving their very best.
Yeah.
We have a few challenges with stakeholders that we are really working on, continuous engagement and meetings.
Well, let me stop you there because our governance doesn't just stretch in the office, it goes above and beyond out in the field. So taking what the Baroness has set for Nexus Green in terms of our governance, how are you then pushing that out into the field?
Well, from the external stakeholder kind of view, the way we try to enforce governance in the field is basically ensuring that the processes, the procedures, and the structures we have put in place to guide how we operate as an organization is implemented. And that includes engaging our client regional offices. That includes reporting to them on time. That includes having regular meetings to give them updates and collaborating with them as often as possible to ensure that grievances are managed and solved.
Roy's a happy camper. Clearly we're doing something right as owners of Nexus Green.
We have different roles and responsibility in recruitment. Most importantly, we have key supervisors, and these key supervisors are the key people to come up with a list of job description.
And then also it goes ahead to train our regional team in building their capacities on things that we see are lacking here and there.
Good.
Yes.
As you can see, we have here, in terms of our governance in health and safety, everything is on point. In terms of going forward and expanding, managing people and the governance within, how do you make sure that what you're saying transpires into, let's say, the extreme end of the employer?
For me, the important part for any leader in an organization is to ensure that they empower the people to be able to empower their people. So it's a real trickle-down effect.
Accountability and transparency in company values. What we do, we make sure that it's captured in human resource performance management process. or in the values that we test for, or in the performance management system, and it's given marks. So when Soro is tested, people are accountable and they know that we shall check for accountability for the work done.
Understanding what we're trying to deliver, so does everybody know what the strategy is? What does it mean to be in the strategy of Nexus Green in this case?
Yeah.
How do we manage all the risks that are going to be attributed to it? Are we looking at the policies and procedures and following them? Are we communicating properly?
At Nexus Green, we use what we call a balance scorecard, and under balance scorecard, it has 4 perspectives, and the first perspective is financial. When you talk about financial, this brings in an element of how much do you contribute to the development of an organization, or how much do you bring in as an individual.
All of those key elements
Yeah.
that actually make a project
Yeah.
work.
Okay, good.
Because it can be very easy to work in verticals, which are silos, and silos stop you communicating.
I'm going to ask you a controversial question. You know, you've been in government for some time, and now you've gone like gusto in private sector. Do you see the differences in governance between public and private?
No, I think both have to have accountability, both have to have transparency, and both need to be able to ensure that what they are trying to deliver takes everybody's views into account. There is no point in being a leader at the top when nobody wants to follow you.
Yeah.
Like for the project we're doing here, it's empowering the people in the rural areas.
Yeah.
However, those people are empowering us back
Yeah.
by ensuring that the economy grows.
Exactly.
So it's a two-way process.
Yeah.
And I think we've got to be very mindful that we don't lose sight of that.
I understand governance because you're the biggest preacher in Nexus Green when it comes to governance, and it's something that we take very seriously, and we're quite proud to tick your boxes and adhere to what you've set out at Nexus Green from the offset. You know, we're not a small store anymore, we're a multinational company in different regions. So how are you going to create a structure that actually, you know, makes us accountable, even yourself?
We've all got to be accountable. The most important thing is, as you grow, the responsibilities grow. And therefore, we do need to be checked and balanced all the time. And advisors to the board are really key. So we find people who are willing to sit there around the table and test and tease us. As a board, we should be able to challenge each other.
So what makes a good board member?
A good board member is one that, first of all, knows how to have their voice heard,
Yeah.
but also the rest of the board are able to listen and digest and see it not as a personal criticism, but see it as a constructive input.
Yeah.
Because if we have a good strategy,
Yeah.
then that good strategy enables us all to have a voice.
Yeah, good. It's true. I think for me, like as we're growing this business and we're doing more projects, but obviously, you know, my passion is the CNI business, the B2B, because that's what I've really have been focusing on, because we've been doing such a good job with the government business. I think having, you know, people where you're accountable to is really important, just because it's not just them. You know, I think people have the stigma a little bit of like, oh, you got bored and, you know, they're going to question you. But I think it's good, don't you think? Because you can ask questions and you get really constructive answers, right?
A diverse board is really important.
Yeah.
If we all thought the same or looked the same, then we're all
boring.
Well, not only boring, we're going to all be making the same mistakes.
Yeah.
So we do need that challenge, and we need to be able to allow the space for that growth.
Okay.
And part of good governance is to enable the leader, the chair or the CEO, to invite others to be able to bring their ideas to the table, test them out, and if they test out well, then adopt them.
What's it like working with your son?
It's an enjoyable experience.
Why are you walking away? No comment. So you've heard it from the Baroness herself about governance. The Baroness, our chairman, really set a mandate for us at Nexus Green to have a 50-50 ratio of men and women. I can I'm proud to say we have more females now than males at Nexus Green here at the Uganda branch, and that is something, you know, we take great pride in. What a man can do, a woman can equally do, and I think that's the kind of education piece the Baroness has always given us, especially when we're setting out businesses and challenges and projects. So I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure you share, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.